if it's like, hey, it's just not a match and we don't like your playing or whatever, then you have to kind of be like okay with that it's not you, it's probably that. I've had that situation a million times, and you know, but the other aspect is like when you start playing with them, then you'll see how much it feels like, like your corporate gig or whatever. Like,
right, totally.
You have to get along with people at your job, and you have to do your job. All right, we're officially streaming now.
Well, and he must have heard us talking, because I literally got a text while we're talking. He was like, "Hey, can you come in at 7:15 tonight?" So,
nice.
7:15 tonight.
Tonight you're doing it, huh?
All right, yeah. Fingers crossed, man.
That's the secret. The secret right there. You put it onto the universe, and
yeah,
that's right.
What can we do to help you prepare for your audition today?
Just send positive vibes.
All right.
Going to be out in the garage working. So,
do you know what kind of stuff they're going to ask you to do?
Like, yeah, they gave me 3 tracks to work on. Okay. So I've been working on that, and I guess we'll see from there.
Nice, man.
Everybody wants to put in the chat, what's the one thing you should never forget to bring with you on audition other than your sticks? I'll take that.
Well, do they have a kit there?
Extra hi-hat clutch.
Yeah.
Extra hi-hat clutch.
Yeah.
That's clutch. Yeah. literally clutch.
Yeah, it's at that, I can't remember what it's called. It's the one on El Camino in Oceanside. Revolution Studios.
I didn't even know that was there. El Camino and Oceanside. Really?
Like, where the big Target is at El Camino and I can't remember. I don't want to hold everybody.
The freeways that like where the
like there's the mall, and on the other side there's the Target.
Yeah.
On the same side as the Target, if you keep heading west like you're going towards the ocean, it's not on El Camino. It's on whatever that street is that runs along the 78. You just keep going down that way, and it's down there a ways.
I had no idea there was a studio there.
Yeah, it's changed names like a couple of times. It's like, I'll look it up while you were going. It's like Revolution something like that.
So if that's the case, if you're playing like at a rehearsal space, I would bring your cymbals. I'd bring your hi-hat clutch, and maybe your like kick pedal.
If you got some dampeners, maybe some dampeners, True Tone or something.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'd rather do that than try to spend time tuning the drums.
Yeah.
Just throw a couple of those on, and it'll make it sound decent, and you just start playing.
Awesome. Is that like the moon gel thing, like the little? Yeah. I've seen those.
Whenever I play a backline kit, like if I like I play at Tin Roof in San Diego sometimes. That kit is completely, I don't know how people even make it through a gig with that drum kit. It's the worst. And so all the cymbal like felts are missing. All the hi-hat clutch is missing. I just take away the like snare stand. I bring my throne, my snare stand, my snare. So I basically build like half of the kit,
Yeah.
I use the kick drum and the toms, and that's it, and their stands. And then I have to put the like felt, like not just the felts, but like the washer and then the felts. Yeah. And then like, I have to, it's horrible. Like I've changed the heads on that. Phil has donated the drum heads. I've donated the kick drum head. The kick drum head was ripped and they kept taping it. And they expect you to get a 4-hour gig with that.
Yeah.
3-hour gig. So I was like, let's replace this,
That's crazy. Well, of course, anytime you're looking for something, you can't find it, right? So
that's real rock and roll, playing with a busted kick head.
Yeah, and just put some tape on it. I'm like, you spent probably $10 on this like gaff tape. You can spend probably $10 on a new drum head, and it won't. It's so dumb. All right, so a little bit different. We did this one. I forgot what that dude's name was. Justin. He used to come into Chops and Coffee. And then I kind of, he wrote this out on like line paper, and then I just kind of.
Yeah.
So we can do this one. Oh no, it's not that. And I have like a paradiddle challenge thing that we could see if we can get to, but it seems like I didn't go over it, so it's gonna probably be difficult for me to get through. I actually didn't play drums at all this week. Actually, no, I did play drums, but I was recording lesson videos. So I didn't play any gigs. I just was kind of at the studio working. Okay, so let's take it line by line. Instead of doing, I'm going to do Adam's thing too and play these notes, the snare notes unison. It's for some reason it's easier for me. And then I'm going to play all these unison and play the kicks. Now these are not diddle kicks, even though they kind of are, but they're 16th note kicks. So
16 note kicks are harder for me than diddle kicks. 100%.
Yeah, it's like, and it's more of an accuracy thing, you know.
Yeah, I'm either too slow or too fast.
You guys all have your way of reading it, but the way that I like to do it is like I like to look at these first two, and then I'll just count like 1, 2, kick, kick, and then snare the rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, kick, kick, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, kick, kick, 1, 2. 1. Anyways, that's my little shortcut. If use it or don't, I don't know. It's just how I get through it. So, you guys can play this unison or not. I'm gonna play it unison since we're gonna play it at a little bit of a slower tempo than normal. We're not gonna play it at 100. Actually, all of my sheet music just comes out standard 100, and we can adjust it. But let's do each one. Let's do at least the first 2 lines. But let's do the same thing that we always do. So let's do 8 times each. I feel like we should maybe try to drum mantra this, like 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, then 4, then 2, then 1, then 1. Should we try that?
Are you doing line by line or bar by bar?
So bar by bar. So each bar 8 times first.
Got it.
And we're pretending there's a repeat here though. So we go all the way down. We'll just do the.
So we're doing the first two lines. Got it.
First 2 lines, 8 times each. Bar. And then once we get to the repeat, we'll repeat, and then we'll go 4 times each, then 2 times each. Let me see if I can keep track of that. If this is a colossal fail, I'm sorry. Let me get some coffee. The only potential part I see like being a fail is this. Doing this repeating is fine. It's like kind of like the samba rhythm. But then when we get to here, we got 3. So let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess that's doable.
Yeah, if it's slow enough, you can do it.
Yeah. Okay. Metronome. What's a good tempo? Can we do it at 60? That sounds good. That sounds doable. Let's see. I think we should go a little faster, like 70. That's in 2 though. Yeah. There we go. That's in 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. 8 times each. Oh my goodness. Ready, go. I'm already messing up. 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm losing count. I have to stop. Sorry, guys. I'm losing count because it's in 2 and it's throwing me way off. So, and I haven't practiced this. Maybe we should go a little bit slower. I was getting ambitious trying to do it at 70. So, oh man, doing it 8 times is really challenging. Let's try it. I'm up to the challenge. Let's try it at 60. Can we start over? Sorry, guys. My bad. This is my fault. It's not you. It's me. All right, we're at 55 now. 1, 2, 1, 2. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah. Oh my gosh. I lost count. 7, 8. 2. Ah. 3. 4. Moving on. 2. Oops. I lost count again. 5, I think. Oops, we're moving on. Sorry. On number 3, 2, ready. Hey. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Ah. 1, 4. Oh my gosh. 2. Moving on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Ah, man, messed that one up. Oops, I did it twice. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Oh my gosh, that last one. Oh my goodness, the last one gets me every time. Okay, well, I fumbled through that, but
That's a fun one. It's a good one.
That was pitiful though for me, man. Oh man. This one here is what got me every time. Dang. Okay, so if we were just doing this maybe like 4 times each and not trying to keep track of the drum mantra style, that really gave me a run for the money here. Wow, that was challenging.
Looking further down, like the patterns that they get into are pretty insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all in there, man.
When I wrote this, I was like, these were all the intention was to build lessons based on just these being chops. Like you can just build different orchestrations and different sticking patterns and stuff to make some dope drum fills, but you can make
right.
So like that's number 9. I like.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, I like. Or let's see.
Hell yeah.
Number 10. That's a good one. Let me see. Make some cool drum fills.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Man, I have this like 90s snare on, and it's it surprised me how tight it sounds. Wait, hold on. What is that drum fill? You know that song? Spin Doctors. All right.
It's a throwback.
Are
you guys too young? Are you guys too
come out of your mouth?
Yeah. Are you guys too young for Spin Doctors? I was so into that drum fill. I never heard anything like that when I was younger, you know?
I was at one of those festival shows. I think it was in St. Louis, radio festival shows. And St. Louis had this odd relationship with They Might Be Giants, who I love, and they just went nuts over them.
Yeah.
And so the third to last band was They Might Be Giants. The last band was the Ramones. Everybody was so super pumped. In between, they stuck the Spin Doctors. You've never seen the air get sucked out of a room faster in your life. I'm just like, what moron manages to get 2 great bands on a bill and then puts in, I shouldn't be talking shit about professional musicians live when I don't do it for a living, but as a fan, I will say
that's a bad move, man.
It was not the best concert going experience I've ever had in my life, and we'll leave it at that.
Put Spin Doctors on the bill with like Counting Crows, or like, I don't know, like you don't put Spin Doctors on with Ramones, and like it's like, yeah,
Megadeth, Slayer, and the LA Phil.
Yeah.
You know what though? I'd go to that concert.
Drummer could play that. You put Doctors on with like Fish or something, like some hippie kind of band.
Yeah.
That's really good stuff. That drummer could play, man. He was really good. Now I can't stop playing that drum fill. All right, so yeah, all of these are really cool. Like, cool drum fills. I like ones that like move over like this. Like, those kind. Like this one is good. That's a nice one. That's not the one. Yeah, all right. I'm noodling now. Anyways, even these though, even these are really cool. Like this one. Or is it this one? Where's that one? Where's that one? Yeah, anyways. All right, anyways. Any of these can be dope drum fills. The only thing that sucks is I shouldn't have wrote it in 2. I should have wrote it 4 so that it really, because I always have to tell everybody, yeah, you can just double it. Should have just doubled it on my own. All right, anyways, moving on. I have this paradiddle challenge that I don't know if I can get through today. It's a holiday, man. It's very clear that I did not practice drums this week or this weekend. Over the weekend, I didn't play any gigs, and I'm disappointed in my abilities on that last exercise. All right, so this one is I don't know if we've done this one before, but I pulled it from somewhere. I can't even think of where I pulled it from. I want to work on that kick drum exercise some more though, so we might just do it again Wednesday and keep it coming. All right, so this one I think we should just do. Man, it'd be great to do a drum mantra thing again, but that was really hard. So standard paradiddles with a accent on the beat. Then we're cheesing it. So we're playing, or no, this is cheesing it. So we're just playing a diddle now on the paradiddle part. So like on the, sorry, not on the, this shows my brain is not clearly working right now. Regular accents on the regular paradiddles, alternating sticking, right, left, right, left, right, left, left. Then we got diddles on the first beat. All right. So it's different from this because this diddle here, right, left, right, right. We're going right, right, left, right, right, left, left, right, left, left. Because these are 30-second note diddles. All right. Then we're doing the diddle, but then we're flamming in the middle. So so yeah. So this is challenging because you got a left here, and then you got a left grace note here, and then you got 2 rights. So I don't know if I can do this last measure here. We got a diddle. We got the flam in the middle, and then we got a diddle on the last note. So yeah, so both of these are diddles. Oh man. Yeah. And then this is weird because this flam is not accented, but it should be, in my opinion.
Right.
I don't remember if I wrote this or if I got this from someone. I don't know, but it's unidentified. So whoever you are that wrote this, thank you. And yeah. All right, so should we try this? Let's just try this at let's try this. Let's do it 4 times. Let's do it 8 times each. Shall we? No, let's do it 4 times each. Let's do it at a slower tempo.
Yeah. The last one is that's how you work out on the spin doctor fill. That's like
yeah. So yeah, whenever I broke down that fill, it's just like it's like a New Orleans style kind of. If you do it as 16th notes like that with accents, and then you like add some diddles in there, it's the same. It's exactly what you're saying. You start with like a 5. Yeah. Anyways, it's not really that crazy. Like, especially if you're just like a college kid that like is studying jazz or something, it's not that crazy of a drum fill. But then like when you're, 17-year-old me, and you're just like diving into drums, you're like, I've never heard anybody like play marching style, New Orleans style, or whatever, that as your opening drum fill, and then that song becoming like famous. And like at that time, that high pitched, this kind of sounding 311 sounding snare, you know, was like so popular. Tim Herb from Primus, and those were like the hot drummers at that time, you know. And so
that's like the big ska snare, right?
Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, my ska snare is really different than this, though. This is very just it's I got this snare in the 90s, and like I used this snare like basically tuned up like this for every gig I played, like country gig or blues gig. It was my snare. And, yeah, and like it was just like a popular sound at that time, but like the bands that were popular at that time, like in the 90s and 2000s, was like 311. Their snare always sounded like that, and they were kind of like reggae-esque, you know. Primus, the drummers I mentioned, but then that Spin Doctors, that was like one of the most popular songs on the radio, and that guy's snare sounded like that, ringy. I was just like, what is this? How could I ever play that? You know, never. I just thought this is the greatest drummer, like, because he played that opening fill. That's a hard song though to learn. If you look at an actual chart for that song and what he's actually playing, man, it's difficult. There's a lot of ghost notes, left hand work. It's different than what you'd think, or what I thought. All right, so what's a good tempo? That's 60. Marching band people would just be offended at us doing this at 60. But let's try it. It's a holiday, right? All right. 4 times each. See if I can get through it without messing it up. Are you guys ready? 1, 2, 8, go. 2, 3, 4. Next. 2, 3, 4. Ah, 2, 3, 4. Ah, man. Three. If I talk, I mess it up. Moving on. I know we did 5 measures. Let's just repeat that. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Repeat. Let's call this the last time. Oh my gosh. My I have to apologize, man. My brain is just like fried right now.
I folded so hard on that last one, man. It just got to the point where once I get to a point where I lose myself, I just start listening to the thing and I say, okay, that's just a single stroke.
Oh yeah, that's one way.
Like that's my biggest problem is when I get into when I lose like the precision, I just start going by my ear and I say, okay, I know what this sounds like. How do I get that rhythm to come out? And it defeats the purpose of the exercise.
But it's not as hard sounding. It makes sense the way it sounds than when you actually read it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
You're doing it right. Yeah.
For me too, it's counting it. If somebody else was like counting it, and telling me when to move on, maybe a little bit easier for me. But like trying to speak and keep track is like, oh man, it's throwing my brain my brain feels like it's melting.
Yeah, I'd have to take that at like 40.
This is one of those things that feels like it might be a little bit easier, a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Playing is like is hard. The last measure, like that, might be better.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm moving the accent to the flam, but still counting. So that's the accent's on the and now.
Yeah, let's try that a little bit. Let's try that again. Let's do 4 times each. I like doing it 4 times each. Let's try that 75. Oh man. Am I getting ambitious again?
Yeah, I don't think if it's up to you guys, maybe you don't count this one. We try to count it on our own.
Yeah, I think that's better.
Keep. Yeah.
Okay, let's try it.
But we'll still do 4 each.
Ooh, wish me luck, fella.
Let's see. Wait. Yeah, let's go a little bit slower. There's that's 70. Okay.
70 is the people's tempo.
I feel like it should be even a little bit. Let's go like 67. All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready, hey. Sorry, guys. Oh man, it's still no use for me.
Yeah, I've just got to slow that down until my body knows it, and then I can do it.
Yeah.
Like I can't think that one out. I can't be like da 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 da. Like all the notation is like coming at me all at once, and it's like as a horn player, I'm used to notes being notes, and like occasionally like you get the accent, but like when you start having to look at all the individual flags and every single like little sticking in, there's a lot to take in.
It's a lot to process, yeah, and then compute that, like process that to your hands is like, oh man. Yeah, this one's giving me fits because I'm so concerned about this one, measure 4. It's like I'm forgetting about this one.
Yeah. Measure 3. I'm going hardcore. And I'm like, wait. It's simpler than 4.
Yeah. Well, it feels like today's the first day I've ever played drums. So sorry. If people streaming with us, believe me, Chops and Coffee is a little bit better than this. Then like I can bring it a little bit more than like what I'm doing today. So good times. Hey, I'm just grateful that you guys have been on Chops and Coffee for a long time now, and you know that like it's never this bad.
It's like that Jojo Mayer saying. I know he's not the first one to say it, but like if you're sounding too good in practice, you're not practicing good. The Jojo Mayer saying he goes true. Like
that's a good way to think.
I know he's not the first one to say it, but the genius part about him saying that, you never see any videos of him practicing. He'll never put anything of him playing garbage or anything. It's always the good stuff.
Jojo Mayer's another one, man. Oh, it's too bad. Jason just left, but it was like he said he was on a Benny Greb. I'm like, if you like Benny Greb, you should check out Jojo Mayer too.
Yeah, those guys are. I got Jojo the
Mayer.
first.
I didn't Jojo Mayer like.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. My internet's really unstable, so everybody's cutting it.
Yeah, me too. You said you didn't know Jojo Mayer?
No, I didn't really care for him. Like I saw him one time live, and it was like all that jungle, like drum and bass stuff live, and I love that stuff, but like I didn't appreciate it live, like how difficult that is to play. And like if you're like at NAMM show or something, you just want to see like chops, and you want to see, and so. I was like, yeah, this dude's dope and his drums sound great, but like, I was like, kind of like, whatever. But now I'm like, oh man, Jojo Mayer. Did you ever see his documentary? That's like, just like him, like kind of cruising around, like, where is he, in New York or something? And like, he's like goes to a drum shop and he's like kind of trying to make a prototype of something for him. And like, anybody, it's great, man. It's like, that's where I was like, I fell in love with that dude. Jason, I was saying, if you like Benny Greb, check out Jojo Mayer.
Okay.
Another guy that's like really, he's similar to Ben. He's really accomplished and just really a great drummer, but he plays a lot of techno electronica stuff live.
Is there a group that he's associated with, or is he
Nerve?
Yeah,
Nerve. Okay.
Is it Nerve?
Yeah, it's Jojo Mayer's Nerve.
That's his group.
Yeah, they're doing a clinic together. I follow Benny Greb on Instagram. September 21st to the 24th in Germany.
Yeah,
Benny Greb.
You were talking about going down a rabbit hole. That guy, man, he went down his own rabbit hole of like that drum and bass stuff you're talking about.
Yeah, he nails that stuff, and then his hands, like, talk about technique, man. He is like, it's pristine, like perfect technique and perfect, just insane. Anyways, that guy, what I like about Jojo Mayer, the other thing that I was always thinking was so funny is he, like, a few years ago now, he had a cover on Modern Drummer, and like, I remember I went up to Mike Dawson and I'm like, whose decision was this, dude? Like, because it's the funniest picture. He looks like he's just like, he looks so creepy. And like, it just looks so weird. I'm like, what is with the drum? And this is when I was like on a real soapbox about the drum industry. And I'm like, what is with the drum industry and what is with drummers? When would this picture ever be good for a magazine cover? And they're just laughing. But then you hear him play, and you like, when I watched this documentary, it's on YouTube. It's like, I was just like, this dude is dope. He's like exactly who I want to be. Like, he's a total artist. He's like not conforming to what the drum industry has embraced him because he's such an amazing drummer, but he is him. And then the other thing was, when he's playing with a big band, they're doing like a festival show, and he had like a I don't know, like a 10-minute solo or something. And it was just like open solos, his band. And like, I would say like 70% of the solo is just him like playing. Like, I'm talking for like 8 minutes, he's playing that beat. And like, he does, it's like, and I'm just like, this is so dope. And like he's getting the crowd into dancing. But then he does it so subtly that you don't even realize that when he's like peaking at his solo, that groove is still there, but he's going ham. And you're just like, oh my God, like I was glued, you know, and like I might be exaggerating, I don't remember, but it seemed like it was like 8 minutes solid.
No, it probably was
a beat.
He's one of the rare musicians that went from like big band playing playing with these old he used to play with like old school jazz cats. He was a phenomenal young drummer, really big band, Mel Lewis style, all that stuff, from jazz purist to embracing the electronica and like this music that's being made by non-drummers. He like fully embraced that instead of going reject that. So he understands like you're building a mood, you're building transitions, you're building these swells and emotional swells. So he'll do an 8-minute thing, but in there he's concentrating so hard to make that feel so good. Just those 8 minutes of time, it's crazy.
No, great. And that's exactly what came across.
I haven't seen him live.
He's playing
with his band.
And people are dancing.
That's when I see his stuff online and you see him. The crowd is there, like, they're not just looking at the band the whole time. Like, oh, they're there to dance and everything.
He sounds like Buckethead, but on the drums.
Yeah, he's incredible, man. He ends up. Yeah.
Bucket.
Yeah, that's what I was really like, dude. Jojo Mayer's dope. Anyone who would do that is like, that's another level, man. That's like, yeah. And he killed that solo, man. He just killed it. And like, I was like, that's inspiring for me, man. I want to try that. But I don't have the like patience and like the confidence to just play a beat for like an open solo. I don't do many open solos, but like I tried one. I did one. I played like a festival in Canada one time, and I was like, I have an open solo, but then the big band leader is always like, come on, let's go. Like gives the horn players like as much time as they want. But then as soon as it's like my one solo in the whole set, it's like, let's go, wrap it up. And so I tried to go there for a minute, and it was like, I got too scared, man. Like, let me just play some chops.
Yeah. I'm going to go to a Latin jam later on today. And usually what they do is they have like these changes in the songs. So like towards the end of the song, it gets a little bit more funkier, while we're finishing up. And so the band leader, he'll stop the whole thing and just have the piano start itself, the montuno, then the percussion will come in, and we'll just come in with like a regular, just driving beat. And the drums will just be the simplest thing. Just like, just like that in a Latin thing, but just that makes the crowd go crazy, just those little hits, and it just makes it intense instead of like trying to rip. And that's what I like better. Like, instead of ripping, that little thing just elevates the music.
Jeff, do you do a lot of like hand percussion, like
I wish
auxiliary? Man, one thing I've learned about like playing with like Afro Latin groups and just Latin music in general is that every single beat is based on what the body is doing when it's dancing to that particular music. So it's like when you have those cut, like all of those are like hip movements. And so if the dancers have what they need to go forward, like they don't care, you know what I mean? Like they're ready for it. And so like you start with the bare minimum of what they need, and then you start to build up from there. It's like, it's the equivalent of going from pianissimo to fortissimo, but like with the full energy of the band as opposed to just the volume.
Yeah, you can tell when a percussion player is a badass and like this guy knows what he's doing, or she knows what she's doing, when they're just playing a song and they just stay on one conga, just that one. They have 5 or whatever, but they'll just stay on that one and just play that one beat the whole time, pretty much throughout the whole song. You're like, this, they know what they're doing. Yeah, or not even just getting sound, just that one rhythm over and over and over again, because they don't have to like embellish. They don't feel like they have to, because there's so many other people around them. They understand their role in it.
It's like the Tumbao guys who go boom, goom, 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 for the whole night. You know what I mean? It's just that one rhythm.
Yeah,
and it drives the entire ensemble. It's wild.
It's like in dub, or you got the bass doing that one thing the whole time.
Yeah, I always have that conversation with people about reggae. Like when a bass player comes in and doesn't know how to play reggae, they think it's bass driven, it's rhythm section driven music. So that means I get to play all kinds of notes. And I'm like, the thing that makes reggae is don't play. It's the space that makes it so heavy, you know?
Right.
Because the notes that you do play, and it's repetitive. It's a repetitive bass line that you're playing over and over and over again. And it's like, yeah, that's what makes it drive. I see so many like reggae bass players, especially here in Cali, man. The Cali reggae thing is so popular. They follow the guitar player. So if the guitar player's like, dun, dun, the bass player's like, dun, 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 dun. I'm like, that's not how you play reggae. You're playing the downbeats, man, not the offbeats, you know?
That's good.
Anyways. All right, so before we go, I want to leave you guys with this.
Words to live by.
All right, so first, I don't know why I love that, Phil, dude. It's so good. All right, so yeah, thanks for showing up, guys. This was cool. Even though it was rough for me, it's still fun to warm up and practice.
Holiday session.
That's right.
Yeah. And everyone's streaming with us, you guys as well. You know, it's fun times. So we'll probably do more of these same sheets, especially the kick drum one on Wednesday. So I gotta like kind of get on it and practice it. So or maybe I'll write a 4/4 version of it, so it's like it's more simple. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I should have like that in 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, and maybe 5/4. You know, in the same context, just adding. You know, that would be good practice for me. So, all right, guys. Well, anyways, I hope you have a great week. And
Jason, good luck tonight, man.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks. I'll let everybody know how it goes.
Yeah, have fun.
Please do.
Let me know if you need anything, Jason.